Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Arkansas Wrestling Unleashed, where we go through wrestling in Arkansas in general. We try to put over these shows, and then afterwards, we talk to somebody. My guest will be here probably within the next 15 minutes. I know there's some other lives going on, and I hate to overlap on them, but I've already scheduled it. If I'd have noticed that ahead of time, I probably wouldn't have done it. Uh, 'Cause I just don't like doing that. I know Buster's got a really good interview going on with JPJ right now that I was watching myself up until the point of uh, going on live. Let me get my stuff situated. Gonna hang loose for a second here, get a few people in, and then we're gonna run down some of these shows that are going on around the state. Now, I don't have near as many flyers as I usually do. That's because I either didn't see them or nobody sent them to me, and that's the whole goal of this. Is send me your flyers. Help me grow this stuff so that way we can put your shows over. Uh, oh, excuse me. Because that's the goal. Is we want more people to be watching the shows. We want more wrestlers aware of shows that are going on around the state. We want to grow Arkansas wrestling. That is the number one goal that I have with this. Is I want Arkansas wrestling to grow. I want Arkansas wrestling to become a staple of where people want to work. Uh, I mean, that's just the bottom line on it. Uh, I really would like to see more people want to come to Arkansas, and I would really like to see more shows be open to bring in more people to work. Because there's a lot of shows, man. There's a lot of shows in Arkansas wrestling. I've got a list. Like I said, if you want to work in Arkansas, I've got a list of shows, locations, and who you can contact to work for 'em. So if you want that list, just hit me up. Because that's again, that's what we want. We want this to grow. We want shows to work together. We want Arkansas wrestling to grow in general, and I mean, it's an awesome thing, It really is when we work together. I see several shows that work together. There's a where is Fred? Fred's not on this show. This is just the wrestling one. So, but no, like I was saying though, I lost my train of thought. But no, look, there's a lot of shows in Arkansas. I mean, 20 to 25 of them. Not all are top notch shows, but hey, everybody's got to start somewhere. There's some shows that are better than others. There's shows, but then there's other shows that draw like crazy, uh, with a less than average card. If that makes sense. That sounds crappy the way I'm saying it, but I don't mean it that way. It's just a lot of less experienced people. But then you got shows that with more experienced people that uh yeah, Cody, I know. I'll get to that here in a little bit. Uh, there's a wide variety, and there's all different types and styles and whatnot of different shows. So we're gonna go ahead. There's a few people watching. And if you're watching after the fact, just make sure you start from the beginning and take all of this in. If you're working with the show and you notice that we're not putting your stuff out there, well, again, send me your flyers. There's several shows that do constantly, but there's some the only reason why they're on here is because I just happen to come across them on Facebook. You know, so but anyway, let's get started. Uh, this weekend there is a lot of different shows running, and I've tried to put most of them in the same area. Now we'll jump around a little bit. And if you've watched this before, I'm all over the place. But there's quite a few shows going on. We're going to start off with one of the longer running shows in Arkansas. It runs every Saturday night up in Hoxie, Arkansas. You've got OCW Nightmare on Gibson Street. It's gonna be a lot of good matches. I've seen uh yeah, Matt, I was about to go across that. There's a buried alive match, which I'm kinda personally curious about that on how that's gonna work. There's a casket match and several other matches. So if you're in the area, make sure you go check them out. If you're not able to get over there, but you are in the Newport area, MACW presents Halloween Wars this weekend. Yet again, another casket match. It's Halloween, 'tis the season to bury people alive. But I grabbed this one. This one had the date and everything on it. You got main event is Ray Sanders versus Damone Salavino. I hope I said that right, but that is for the Arkansas Heritage Championship. Tuckerman, Arkansas, this Saturday. What's up, Crusher? Man, I didn't get no flyers from you, bud. So I don't have you on here this time. So make sure you send me your stuff, man. All right, we're gonna roll over to Diaz, Arkansas, this Saturday. Wild Card Wrestling presents In Game. It should be a pretty good show. I see a lot of good guys on this show, man. Diaz, Arkansas. If you're in the area, go check them out. Also, Mountain Home, Arkansas. Gladiator Championship Wrestling presents Havoc in the Hangar. A lot of big matches on there. There's also a pre-show battle royal that will determine a champion for another company that just starting out. I can't remember the name of it. I'll apologize on that ahead of time. But yeah, a lot of the classic guys that work for Gladiator, yeah, Crusher, you're slacking, man. But no, Iceman Steve Frost, Chris Cage, you got DJ Hall, Soda Pop from NWA Texas, man. That's going to be a stacked show. Also, this Saturday, you've got Lionheart Championship Wrestling. CPW. Oh, okay, for CPW. I don't know a whole lot about them. Got your message, Crusher. I'll get that here in a little bit. Yeah, October 25th in Mulberry, Lionheart Championship Wrestling will be See, I can't even talk straight. This is why I have to have somebody to bounce off of. And my partner for today has not showed up yet, but that's okay. Hold on, I'm getting it, Crusher. Courageous Pro Wrestling. Oh yeah, that's the one out of Mountain Home. I remember seeing that. Let me save. That looks good there. But yeah, Lionheart Championship Wrestling will be in Mulberry, Arkansas. Let me do this real quick while I have it. Sorry about that. All right, still sticking with this weekend. TNR and I believe and Wrestling with Pride are teaming up for Harvest Festival this Saturday, October 25th at noon at the Caraway Ball Field. If you're in Caraway and you just hang out in the fair, might as well get in there and get after it. Never heard of what are you talking? Hold on, let me. Never heard of TPW. What are you talking about, Crusher? I'm not sure what you're talking about on that. Anyway, sticking with the TNR note deal. November 15th, TNR will also be in Leechville. They will be having a couple of seminars there. Bruno and Danny Dollar. If you get a chance to learn from these guys, man, take advantage of it. And then stay for the show. Should be a good show there. Then November 29th, SCW and TNR will be working together to do a combo show in Rector, Arkansas. I know a few people that I am close to that will be in attendance for this show. Looks like they're going to be doing a 2-ring battle royal. That's always fun. That's always a fun thing. I've done a couple of those. They're pretty cool. November 1st, 100 Wrestling will be at the Hickory Festival. Where were Hickory Ridge, Arkansas. Holy crap, my phone's exploding all of a sudden. 3 o'clock, bring your own chair. I was in attendance for this show last year. It was a lot of fun. Had a blast. You had a flyer that had TPW on it. I hadn't got to that one yet. Am I thinking of we had OCW, MACW, WCW, GCW, LCW. I hadn't got to TPW yet. Maybe I accidentally clicked it. Yeah, William, send me all of your flyers, man. Like I said, most of the time I don't notice them, on Facebook. So yeah, make sure you send them to me. Anyway, Hickory Ridge, Arkansas, 100 Wrestling, November 1st. Also that night in Benton, Arkansas, Vapors Championship Wrestling. This unfortunately will be their final show that they're putting on. Apparently, the owner has decided that he's going to move on. He may do just some helping on some other stuff. I'm not sure, but yeah, this will be their last show. Saline County Moose Lodge in Benton, Arkansas. If you're down in that area, get out there and go see them. I know they're going to have some really good matches. They're probably going to have a casket match too because it's Halloween time. What's Halloween without casket matches? And I don't say that sarcastic at all. All right, so we got Haybarn Championship Wrestling, November 8th in Prescott, Arkansas. These guys always put on a fun show. They always draw a really good crowd. So if you get a chance to, get down there and see them. Also that day, Classic Championship Wrestling will be in Alma, Arkansas. 7 o'clock. Alma Boys and Girls Club, Legacy Slam. And man, I'm looking at that card right there, boy. They are stacked to the gills. That is going to be a fun time. Then we got November 14th, Action Packed Sports. This one right here, man, they always put on a killer show. It will be at the Mills High School Gymnasium. I'm not sure exactly where that's at. I'm figuring that's going to be in the Little Rock area, somewhere in that area. But yeah, definitely November 14th, man, you got to check these guys out. It's a rare Friday show. Most shows run on Saturdays, but this one's definitely going to be worth one seeing. Uh, I got a bunch of different comments popping up. Da-da-da-da. All right, now we're gonna get to the one that I think Crusher was talking about. Tornado Pro Wrestling, Van Buren, Arkansas. This is their kind of basic flyer right now. They usually put a basic one out and then they put out a little bit more of one, after the fact. So Van Buren, Arkansas, November 15th, Tornado Pro Wrestling. I believe they're going to be starting a tournament for their mid card type championship. So that should be interesting. November 15th, Ozark Mountain Wrestling presents Fallout. It's going to be in Rogers, Arkansas. Man, these guys always put on a killer show, so make sure you get out there and check it out. I see. Well, I'm gonna get that one on the probably the next episode, so that way it gives me some fresh stuff to talk about. Now we're gonna get into the grouping of APW shows that's coming up. All Pro Wrestling. You've got the Fall Brawl this Saturday. It's going to be in Forest City, free with admission to the fair. Then November 15th, one of my favorite shows of the year, the Smitty. Definitely, West Memphis, Arkansas. You better show up and show out for this one because Smitty was an awesome guy, and I love that they honor him with this show. And man, you got Ricky Morton right there up front. Then November 29th, the CEO, another memorial show. CEO was a great dude, but this show they will be in Marianna, Arkansas. That day they will also have a pro wrestling camp. And if you are a young wrestler, you should attend this. It is completely free, but I have 100% seen guys attend this and become regulars for APW. Yeah, Crusher, a lot of good shows coming up, man. Speaking of which, Here we go right here. Insane Championship Wrestling, November 1st. I'm going to say this completely freaking wrong. Dia de los Muertos. And I have a horrible pronunciation. But they are going to be in Corning, Arkansas. Make sure you get out. If you're down in that area, man, make sure you go see these guys, man. I know Crusher puts on a killer event. So if you're not there, if you don't show up, man, you don't know what you missed. So now that we've gotten through the flyers, it's time to get to the main event. And I don't say that with I also say Day of the Dead, Greg. But I don't say that with any sarcasm whatsoever. Because my special guest tonight, my surprise guest, he thinks he's the main event of every show. Hence, he put it in front of his damn name. We got main event Bradley. What's going on, Brad?
What's up, David? You know I'm the main event. I don't know why you're over there talking like that.
Man, you know I gotta give you some crap, dude. I mean, we've got a long history together. You know, travel the road together, man. I appreciate you coming on. This is definitely the outlet. This is to get to put your stuff over what you're doing, but it's also we're gonna talk a little bit about your past, your future, and what you're doing in wrestling in general. So
Cool.
thank you for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me, man.
I need to get a drink.
What are you drinking?
Just Pepsi Zero Sugar. I gotta get up in the morning, so I can't. And I got low tolerance for alcohol, so yeah.
I don't drink either, so you know.
I do, but it's very far and few between anymore. I'm getting older. What the hell?
My phone fell.
Hey, your phone's even laying down for you.
Yeah, everybody does jobs for main event Bradley.
All right, man. So let's start off with this. I really want to know, um, what got you into wrestling in general? Not into like actually working, but like into wrestling as a fan.
Honestly, I don't remember. I just know that like as long as I've been alive, I've been watching wrestling. Briar says that we watched Sunday Night Heat, I think, and Billy Gunn was on there, and that was the first time we've seen wrestling. But I don't remember that.
Well, what inspired you to want to get into wrestling?
Man, I really don't know. I just I seen it and I thought the athleticism and the fighting was cool, and like then I was out there on the playground beating people up, and my dad was like, "Hey, you can't do that. That shit's fake." Can I say that? Sorry.
No,
He
you're
said,
good. This is 100%. It's behind the scenes, but we're not going to pull the curtain completely. You know what I
"Okay,
mean?
well, I can I say the F word?"
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, my dad was like, "You can't do that shit." So like, he said that's fake, and then he told me all about it. And after that, I still watched it, and I wanted to do it. So it's just what I've wanted to do. I don't know. I never really thought about what made me want to do it.
See, and that's what I like to do. I like to put you on the spot, man. You got to, that's all about what our business is all about is improvising, man. You got to improvise. So,
Yeah, you're right.
so how did you get into the business?
So I've been talking about it for years. I want to be a wrestler. My dad finally went up to Hoxie at OCW and talked to Mike Day, and Mike was like, "Just tell your boys to show up." So me and Briar both showed up, and Boss was there, Will DeBoard, and he was our trainer. And he went and started talking to Craig and Jonathan Sanders up there at Carter Day about, "I got these two boys that are training there. I think they'll be good." And then John is our cousin, if you didn't know that.
Really, I wasn't aware of that. I
Yeah,
love him.
so
He's an awesome dude.
yeah, I love John too. So like he asked Will, he said, "What are those boys' names?" Because he just had a feeling, and Will was like, "Well, it's Brian and Brad," and John was like, bring them up here. Let's get them trained right." No, I'm not trying to throw shade at nobody, but that's just what was said.
Oh no, completely understandable.
But yeah, after my dad talked to Mike and we got linked up with Will and Craig and John, it was on from there. Austin Lane showed up every now and then to help train us too.
So, your first match that you ever had?
Yep.
Before we get into the actual match, tell me about what were the emotions you were going through? What were you feeling when you were getting ready to go into your first match?
A lot of excitement, but like mixed with nerves. Like I'm super nervous. But luckily for me, my first match was against Briar.
Really?
Yeah. So,
Well,
you know,
tell us about it. Tell us about it.
it was in Union City, Tennessee. I was I had just graduated high school the Thursday before that happened. So like
Oh
2 days
wow.
before. Just graduated high school. And then or I might have been graduating the next week. It's one of the two. It's been a long time. But I thought the match was okay for it being my first match, but I feel like now if we went back and had the match, man, it'd just be so much better.
Oh
But
yeah,
it
I mean,
wasn't.
but that comes with
It
experience.
it's
So
true. It's true. But it wasn't terrible, and I'm not a lot of people can say, "Oh, I had my first match with my brother."
no. My little brother would probably run away screaming. He's probably watching this tonight too. So,
What's up,
uh,
David's little brother?
he actually got to go. He actually gets to come to a show here and there. So that's pretty cool. My mom won't come to him anymore. The first one she came to, it was me and when me and Hypnotic were tagging, we tagged against Lee and Josh. And at the end of it, we did thumbtacks. And
Oh
my mom
wow.
was like, oh, I can't do that again.
My mom was there the night I did the death match against Dale, so she kind of was like, "What are
Oh
you doing?"
wow. Yeah, my mom was not a fan at all. So all right, so your first match and everything like that. I know just like a lot of guys, they take away a lot of stuff from people that have influenced them, both in the big leagues and in our area and whatnot. So, like, say WWE, AEW, New Japan, all that. Who would you say are some of your biggest influences coming up?
Um,
Like,
when me and
not
Briar,
only who have been influenced you like character wise, but in ring. You know what I mean, just in general.
yeah. So when me and Briar was tag teaming, it was the Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh yeah,
Love those
I
two
can see
dudes.
that,
And also Paul London and Brian Kendrick. A lot of their matches too.
dude. So underrated. So
I
underrated.
I agree, man. They're fucking badass. But also for me personally, it's CM Punk. I love that guy. Uh, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy. Uh, yeah, those are the main three. Like I
I
like
hear.
John Cena, but you can't see me going out there. You see what I said there, but it's not. I'm not going to go out there and do the attitude adjustment and all that stuff. So like I got to take from the guys that's more like my style and make it more my own. That's why I stole
100%.
Cena's stunner. That's the springboard stunner is John Cena's
Yeah,
thing. So like that's just me showing some respect to the goat.
I always just felt like that was just like the way he did it. It's nothing on him or nothing. I always just felt like it was so awkward looking.
I
I
did
don't know
too, but I
why.
think that's why I like it so much.
I don't know though. After hearing the stories of Stone Cold hitting, his back messed up all the time because of hitting so many stunners, I think I would have to veer away from ass bumps. That's why I don't do leg
Yeah,
drops either.
I guess that is a big one too because I'm taking like a springboard jump out of it. What's that say?
Bradley sucks ass.
Dalton, go to fucking bed. It's past your bedtime.
All right, so we've gotten, man, that just looks weird the way because I've got that little comment box up there. So when you did that, it looked almost 3D. It's pretty neat. All right, so outside of mainstream wrestling, when you look at guys you've worked with, guys you've been around, and ran the road with them, who's been your biggest influences on an independent level?
Well, definitely. Like guys that I've worked with, like that have helped me, or like just overall.
Just in general, who's influenced you?
So growing up, I never really watched indie wrestling. It was
No,
mainly just like,
I mean on the level like as you've gone. Like say for me, Dale was one of
okay,
my
gotcha,
biggest
gotcha.
influences
So
coming up.
I've got it.
Boss
I
and
got to
et cetera.
You got to say Phil. You have to throw that big nasty motherfucker on there. Idlebane, like he's
Yeah,
definitely one.
I learned a lot from him.
Me too. And then Derek King also took us on the road a lot back when we first started, and he helped us out a lot. I'd say Dustin Starr as well. You, even though we're about the same distance and I mean that, like you, I like your
You
opinion on wrestling.
actually you started about a year before I did,
Yeah, that's what I was
but
thinking. I
I'm
knew we were
old,
close.
so I'm old, so I mean,
I am too, just not as old as you.
uh,
But Austin Lane also, like just working with him, that he's taught me a lot. But I would say Phil is the main one because he was the first person who like reached out to us and was like, "Hey, let me take you to these shows. Let me show y'all how this is a little bit." So yeah,
you
Phil.
and you traveled a lot with Mikey as well.
How could I forget about my dog? Yeah, Mikey. He's probably up there just at the top of the list with Phil because like dude took us everywhere. We wrestled in 25 states. So like,
And
Mikey, I owe that dude a lot. He's one of my best friends in the world. I missed his wedding, but I still love him.
it happens, man. I get it. I haven't
But
seen much out of him here recently. He doing all right?
yeah, he was getting ready for that wedding and all that. You might see him pop up sometime. I don't know for sure though.
Gotcha. Well, I know early in your career you were primarily known as a tag team wrestler, because with you and your brother. Cause yeah, I mean y'all had great chemistry. I loved working with y'all every time we got a chance to. I loved working with y'all. You seemed like y'all could work with just pretty much anybody out there. But then your brother had to step away, and you popped out as a singles guy, and you really carved your own path. Uh, how has it been different for you? Like what's the difference now for you personally?
I don't have fucking fun doing it anymore. That's the biggest difference.
What do you
Uh,
mean? What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just, all my goals were tag team oriented with my brother. And now that he can't do it, I'm just like, what the fuck? It's not fun anymore. But
What? You need
and
to run
also,
around with the right people.
I think I'm burnt out a little bit because it's been 11 years with no break. Like even during COVID, I just, didn't break.
Yeah.
We were doing shows with no fans, or we were in the middle of bumfuck Tennessee doing shows with the redneckest fans. So, I just burnt out and my body hurts. I think I'm just a little bitter about everything right now. But
Really?
yeah, but who would have guessed?
We got a deal here. El Juggalo off of YouTube. Think we'll see you make a JCW appearance in the near future?
You know what? Sure. That's all I gotta say is sure.
Oh, we can't pull back the curtain too much on that, huh?
Violent J does love me. I will say that though.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. I know we we met him up at Memphis. He's super awesome guy. Super awesome guy. Uh, so before we roll into that, I do want to ask you, MACW. I
Yep.
know you've been there a majority of your career. You've worked there off and on. Tag team champion. You were I believe, the first
Yep. Unified Arkansas
Unified.
champion. Yep.
What? How did that come about, man?
So it was right after, Briar quit wrestling and I was just
Yeah.
they had me in singles matches and I just kept constantly having good matches. And then I went out there one night and I cut a promo after the match and they were all like, was that you talking on the microphone? Like, that was a good promo. Where's that been? And I was like, well, damn, y'all got me out here pissed off. I don't have a partner and I'm out here doing dog shit work. So, like, I'm going to vent about it on the microphone. So that promo really elevated me, I think, in Craig's mind from just being
Yeah.
like Craig's buddy to being like, oh, Brad's actually he can actually carry this for me.
You can go. Yeah.
So that promo I really think set me off, and then I just kept having good matches, and then they were building up to it, and we did it like tournament style, and they had me versus Austin Lane, and boy, they tried to work me on the finish, and I was not having it. I was pissed off all night because
I
in
know,
my
I know about that.
I get why they would want to do it because it's a cool surprise, but I'm a fucking professional. Tell me the finish of the match that we're gonna do before we go out there, and don't change shit. Like I get it, I get it, but like that's not me. I don't give a fuck about winning these belts. I'm just trying to put on good matches and bring people in the building. So like they are telling me, oh, we're gonna have Austin win the belt for this night, and like then he's gonna drop it to you at the next show and this and that. And I was just like, well, that's fucking dumb. Like, why the fuck would I do that? Why would he beat me if he's just gonna drop it the next show? It didn't make no sense in my mind. So
Oh,
me and him's going over the match, and we're calling the finish, and he said something, and I was like, look, dude, don't fucking bullshit with me. It's just me and you here. What's the fucking finish? And he told me, and I was like, see, I understand why you are trying to do that, but I'm a professional. Don't be pulling ribs to see my reaction out there. I'm gonna act the same like I should have won the match anyway. Like, because that's mine and Briar. We talk about this all the time. If there's an accidental, 3 count and somebody wins, and they're all like, "What the hell? What?" You're giving away that, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. But if you go out there and
right.
you're like, "Yes, I won," and then you get the fuck out of there, it looked like
Hey,
you knew that was you're ready to win. You're not looking fucking stupid. So like,
years ago at ASWF, we were doing a battle royal for that Evolution title, and they're going over the end of it. It's supposed to come down to me and Josh. And Josh went over things about 100 times, and I'm like, Josh, don't do this. I'm thinking something's up. So at the end, we go through things. Josh falls off. I'm the winner. I'm just like, yeah. I get to the
see,
back. First thing Austin does, he tries to get. What was that? I was like, he should have held on and just walked off laughing.
yeah, right. And I'm sure since it was Austin in on it, he's probably the one who planned for that to happen. But to me, that's just not how you do business, man. Honestly, that's just my
No,
opinion.
it is comical to an extent, as long as things don't appear to be screwed up. Because I've had people try that on me multiple times, and I figured it out ahead of time and figured a
Yeah,
way around it.
and there, if it's one thing to, I want to, you want to have the genuine reaction of your person winning, but don't
Yeah.
kayfabe the person in the match on the finish of the match. That's the dumbest shit. I'm sorry if you're out
Oh,
there and you're a promoter and you do that, and I'm hurting your feelings, but that's the absolute
oh
dumbest
no,
shit in wrestling.
we try to keep everything pretty positive here, but we also we don't beat around the bush. We don't pull punches. If we
I
feel
tell
a certain way, we got to say it.
people tell me that I'm difficult to work with. It's not that I'm difficult. I just don't put up with stupid. Like I want my stuff to make sense and be serious. That's all it is.
See, and I've never felt that way about you, man. I always thought that you were very easy to work with. You didn't cause any drama in the locker room, or at least never when I was around.
I don't feel
So
like I ever have. I mean, I'm sure I've showed up to a show on a bad day and been, kind of a
oh, but
cocksucker to
we
people,
all
but
have though.
we
We
all
all
have.
you know. All right, so dude, uh, you you've been with Memphis pretty much, since this new formation of Memphis, pretty close to when it started, correct?
We were on the very first episode.
Okay, okay. So during your tenure there, man, you've got to do a lot of really cool shit with people, man. I know you've had your stuff with Tommy Dreamer. I know you got knocked out by Butterbean. Man,
Uh,
what?
Butterbean, that was an AI edit, actually. The real video, Dustin will never post it, but I knocked Butterbean's fat ass on his back, dude, and everybody was like, "What?" And then Dustin edited that AI video, so like, yeah, I wish he put out the real
Uh,
thing.
dude, but you've got to do a lot of really cool stuff there. What has been the highlight of your Memphis run?
Honestly, I think being the first tag team champions with Briar and then having Mikey with us too when we did it. I think because like to me, my mom and dad watched Memphis wrestling when they was kids,
Yeah.
and now me and my brother are the first ever Memphis wrestling tag team champions. Like that's that's cool to me, and I think that will forever be like at the top of my list.
That's awesome. I love hearing that, man. Uh, Getting to do all these different things though, like with Memphis and not just Arkansas wrestling, but just wrestling in general. What has been probably your favorite match that you've had?
Mm.
And this doesn't just
Um.
like that. It just doesn't have to be just Arkansas based. I mean, just in general. I know y'all traveled a lot.
So it was I think it's a match we did in Anna, Illinois for Anna Fight Underground. It was me and Briar versus Mikey and Zach, Roscoe and Lisa.
Oh yeah.
But it was a double dog collar match.
Really?
And Briar, crazy motherfucker, did a blade job, and he did the job. Let me just say that. He went deep with that blade, bro.
Oh
He
man.
had a sword in his pocket, and he busted it out. And I was like, "That gun, dude." But I think I'll try and find that match and maybe post it online. But like, that's one of my favorite matches we ever did. And Sleazy E was the referee.
That just makes it even better. Because
For
Sleazy as a ref always adds to a match.
and for people who don't know, Eli is my best friend, like in real life. So for a long time, anytime me and Briar went to any show, Eli was with us, and we made sure he got work too. So whether he was our manager, he did that a few times, but he was mostly repping wherever he went. What are these comments saying?
Oh,
What's
just
up?
random stuff.
What's up, stepson? I see CJ Clapp Jr. in there.
Yeah, he's like Brad Easy.
Hey,
David.
CJ, you got to go to school tomorrow. It's past your bedtime. Wrap it up and go to bed.
He said that Briar gigged so hard because he had a sword in his pocket. That's Patrick. Patrick's one of my favorite referees, man. He's a good dude. I lost my train of thought of what I was about to ask. Man, I just blanked right there. See, you screwed me all up, man.
ADHD, man.
I swear. But okay, so I want to get into something that I've heard people say, and I'm kind of curious of your thought on this. And it may not be the nicest thing I've asked, but I love you, Brad. And you know, I'm the nicest guy ever.
What are you about to ask me, dog?
So, when you and your brother were tagging, there was always a thing being said that Brad was the talker, Briar was the workhorse. How did I mean? I don't know if anybody actually said that to you personally.
Yes, they did. But instead of saying
Okay.
it nicely like that, it was Briar is Shawn Michaels and I'm Marty Jannetty. So, yeah, I heard it a lot. But I mean, Briar was a better wrestler than I was when he was wrestling. But now, if Briar came back and he got in the ring with me, I'd be running circles around that motherfucker. And he's sitting right there. He can hear every word I'm saying, and I mean
I
it.
figured the way you kept looking over there.
I mean it. Like,
But
if he got in there right now, he would still have it and he wouldn't miss a step. But I haven't took any time off. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it and I've constantly gotten better.
what
And I've
do you
wrestled.
feel like comments like that though motivated you to work harder?
I absolutely think so because it put like a little chip on my shoulder. It's like, hey, I got to prove these stupid motherfuckers wrong. And I say that with all love because everybody who said it is all my friends. So like,
Yeah, because none of it. Like if anybody ever asked me to watch, like who should I watch? Who throws the best punch? I tell them 100% all day long. Briar always threw the favorite punches. Like
see,
I
David,
wish
I'll
I could do that
argue.
shit.
I'll argue all day. Briar's punch was nice, but mine's better.
Well, maybe I'm talking about then. I'm
Oh,
talking
even
about
then,
when y'all were
I think
no, man. Briar had the prettiest freaking punch, man.
you know who chops the hardest I've ever been chopped by is Briar. He's got a mean ass chop.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I
he's
don't
out
think I
there.
ever. I don't think I ever
He,
felt that. I think
well,
I can come close if
you
I
probably
tried.
can. Briar throws them
That's
like
right.
Benoit though, dude. He'll throw his hips and chest and legs all into it and hit the
Well,
fuck out of you.
and he got the smaller hands too, and little small hands sting.
Oh, and then plus the way he throws it, it's not only stinging, he's bringing some force with it. It's going to thud too. Like that gun, bro. Quit hitting me like that.
All right, let's get back on a little bit easier track here. Where I had to bring that up, man. It was in
No,
my head today when we talked earlier. I was like, man, I've got to say something on that.
no, and I think it's a thing that people still say. It's not as much though, because like now I think we're in a area of kids coming up that don't know Briar because it's been almost maybe 4 years since he's been in a ring
Yeah,
for real.
and I hate
So
it, man. I hate it, but
he
you're,
loves
you're,
it, so I'm
I
not going to
always
complain about
well,
it.
that's what I always tell everybody. Family and health come first before any of this shit. You know.
Yeah, and like I think if he just wanted to, he could probably get in there and do a match or two. But like, I just don't think he wants to, and honestly, I don't blame him because why would he? This shit fucking
Understandable.
sucks.
Well, to get on a little thing, I gotta ask, what's one of your favorite road stories, man? Traveling. I know
Oh
you got
man.
I know you got 100 of them, but
So
this is always the one that stumps people.
I gotta ask Briar if I should tell this one. Briar, when we I mute myself, I'm not bathroom stall. You remember that? I'm about to tell a story and expose us. So, do you know Chris Jones from Kentucky, Tennessee, Kentucky?
The name sounds familiar.
Well, sorry, Michael. I'm incriminating you. I hope Chris don't watch this. Maybe I do. I want to see
Be
what happens.
cautious. Be
No,
cautious.
I want to see what happens because let's do it. Chris Jones. When me and Briar and Mikey was traveling, we would stop at random rest areas, and we would put for a good time text this number, and it was Chris Jones's phone number. Like we put that number in Chicago, in St. Louis, in Arizona, in Las Vegas. Like we put that number everywhere, bro. And Chris every now and then would be on Facebook like, who's putting my phone number out there like this? Because they keep texting me. I keep getting different text messages. He would screenshot them and post them like. So I think that's honestly one of my favorites is because I didn't know people would actually text a number that was on
Oh,
the
that's
bathroom wall.
insane.
But yeah, we at least 6 different states. Chris Jones' phone number is on the bathroom wall, so go find it.
Oh man, that is insane. That is awesome. Dude, I love hearing stuff like that because honestly, like a lot of people don't realize being on the road, yeah, it's exhausting, it's tiring, but it can be so much fun. You get
Yeah,
like
because
when
you
me
got to do
when
dumb shit to fill the time. Because if you don't, then
oh
you're just
yeah.
gonna be bored.
Well, like when we went to Tennessee for the rock and roll tag tournament last year,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
dude, for me it was 11 and a half hours of driving. But honestly, man, it was some of the most fun just getting to, just ride bullshit with some of my best friends and just hang
Some
out for the weekend. Matt and Brian were both there. Uh, then they got their car totaled because some cracked out tweaker.
I
But
remember
man,
that.
it was a great experience though, man. Got to do promos in front of EC3, and literally me and Bruce, neither one got any critiques on our promos. Him and Kenzie Page absolutely loved what we did.
Oh,
It
that's
was so
cool.
much fun.
I love that.
I love to do it again. I'd love to do something like that again, but god damn, I don't know if I could afford it and survive that long drive.
Man, trust me, I know about the long drives. Me and Briar did it every
Oh
weekend
yeah.
for a good 3 years in a row, like just nonstop.
Yeah.
I
So
could tell you all kinds of road stories, but most of them involve drugs that I can't mention, so I can't tell them on live.
no, I get it and I appreciate that. you know. Um
But you get me like in the locker room, I'll tell you all kinds of shit.
oh, I know you will. I know you will. I've heard some of them. So I mean, So we were talking about, all the cool shit you've done and stuff like that. Man, what would you say would be your dream match? A feasible dream match.
So one that could like actually happen.
Yes. Like it still could be a pretty far stretch, but something you feel like that if it could happen, you'd be able, you'd love it.
Well, let me just throw this out into the metaverse. Frankie Kazarian.
Really?
I don't know any plans that's happening, but if he's coming to Memphis wrestling, that's my house. Step up to me, Frankie. If not, you're a coward. I hope Dustin hears this and shows it to him.
It's his birthday, so I doubt he's watching this. So, but man, yeah.
Dustin, or not Dustin, Big John Dalton. I know you're watching. Go tell Dustin what I said. Frankie Kazarian's a coward.
He's supposed to be
at
there.
The next tapings, right?
No, he got moved to the 23rd. Scorpio Skies at the next one.
Oh. I'd rather see Frankie than Scorp, but that's just me.
All right, so if you were, say, this coming up weekend, it was time to hang them up, you were done, who would be your retirement match?
I think if I was doing one last match, I could probably get Briar to come back and do one too. And I would do a tag team match, and I don't know, it'd probably be like somebody who's not just going to beat the fuck out of us, so Phil's out of the question. Maybe Mikey and Zach, maybe you and Bruce. Like, if I could just think of two tag teams, like right off the top of my head, it'd be those two teams. Oh, wow. You and Bruce, because I got a lot of history with you and Bruce. Like, me and Briar both do. But, like, not as y'all as the Monsters. It's Beer 30 and then, like, the Manai. So, like,
yeah.
I think you and Bruce would be cool. Maybe even the Dirty Little Gang.
Ooh. Yeah,
but there's just three teams right there that I just think would be cool. If I was doing my last match this weekend, that's three teams that I'd pick, I think.
Yeah, I think it was pretty neat, too, that me and you got to do a match not too long ago. That was actually the first time we'd ever worked one-on-one after all these years.
Ain't that? I thought we had a good match, too. I wish we could do it without,
it wasn't, and, like, we didn't have to go very long. But we told the story that was needed. I
wish we could do it without like the restrictions of me being involved in another storyline and just go out there and just have a banger. You know what I mean?
Random spoons. Freaking KT. He does that every time he pops onto one of my podcasts. That's the first thing he posts.
I heard KT is going to be at the Main Event Bradley Metroplex this weekend. Oh. And if that's the case, I want you to know right now, I'm fucking coming for you, dog.
Oh Lord!
I still got some receipts for KT. He stole my belt. He beat me in a match that I wasn't ready for. It wasn't even announced for. It wasn't even supposed to happen. He cheated me. He's the reason I'm not the champion, and I got some words to say to him. So KT, come see me Saturday.
Ooh, that's a big guy to be bowing up to. But hey, you gotta make your mark, you know. But
they call me Main Event Bradley for a reason.
Support the homies. All right, so before we get ready to wrap this up, one thing I always like to ask a lot of guys that have been around for a little while is, there's a lot of young wrestlers coming up nowadays. I mean, and a lot more than we probably even know about.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to a young guy just starting out?
You're not invincible. Don't take as many stupid bumps, and if you want to take a stupid bump, make it mean something. You know how many times they told me that, and now I'm like 11 years deep realizing it. If you watch me and Briar have a tag match from like 10 years ago, and then you watch me wrestle now, you're like, well, he gets it. He understands it. But I think if I'm trying to give advice to somebody, I think, the crowd you keep around you is important because, like, I'm guilty of it too because I've been with people who have heat and then I have heat just because of it. So, you just got to be careful of who you're with, keep a respectful attitude, and, just don't quit.
Hey, I love that, man. I love that, man. And I agree with the bump thing because like, oh, excuse me. Uh, Earlier in my career, I was kind of started becoming known for as one of the hardcore guys. I was doing them almost every week, and now, dude, you best be figuring out a 3 to 6 month storyline before you get me in that shit. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, I know that from experience of not too long ago. I think Bruce has still got cuts on top of his head, and I got a knot back here that I'm still feeling, but we're not going to talk about that yet because it is not in the ether as of now. So,
What is it next week?
this Saturday,
This coming up Saturday?
yeah, is the Halloween episode.
Oh,
Uh,
that'll be a good one to watch.
but well, before we get
The
out of
comment
here,
box is so small I can't see it.
well, and that's just a little one, and it's not even showing up all of them. Like like right there when you were talking about he took your belt and beat you and all like that. That popped up, but it didn't pop up on this. It's weird. It's kind of a new thing that uh StreamYard is doing. They're kind of test running it. But
Gotcha.
oh, Fred, what a
What's
nerd.
up, Fred? Are you? I guess you are watching. That was a stupid question.
Well, he's in the house watching it. 'Cause my office I got a little building outside my house that I do all this in. But all right, so and you got anything else you wanted to talk about before we get out of here?
Man, we have a show at the Metroplex this weekend. I don't know if
Yeah,
you plugged it on your flyer thing. I
yeah,
might
we
have missed
did,
it.
but go ahead, man. Plug your shit, man.
Yeah, we got a show there. I really don't do much. I wrestle in Tuckerman. I'll wrestle in Memphis. That's the only place you catch me right now for now. I'll get back out there and do some more stuff here and there. I do natural state wrestling. Yeah, I'm enjoying my time not wrestling as much. I'm
Dude,
still wrestling, just not as much.
sometimes you got to take that little extra time and heal up. That's what we've been doing recently,
I really think if I could just do no shows for like 6 months, but then 6 months I forgot about, so I can't really do that. And I don't want to be took off TV either. That's the thing. Like I'm on TV, so I don't want to be off TV. So like,
Trust me, I just got back from a 6 month hiatus, so I understand that.
but in in reality, if you think about it, 6 months is only 6 individual tapings, so it's not like you're missing a whole bunch. But I mean, it's 3 weeks and one
Oh no,
taping.
we
So
were
like,
like actually gone for 6 months, like
yeah,
legitimately. So that was like a year almost worth of video.
yeah, yeah, really. I got the show at Tuckerman this weekend. Other than that, I don't really got much going on.
Well, like I said, sometimes you gotta take time for yourself. We've been doing
If
the same
any,
thing. So.
if anybody in the chat that I somewhat think is cool would like to go play golf sometime, let me know.
Oh, I don't like you no more. Golf is boring.
You ever played?
Yes, and I did not
I,
like it.
I recently came across some clubs, and I've been wanting to play since Happy Gilmore 2 came out.
Oh yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go find a golf course soon. So if anybody wants to play, I have to be at least somewhat cool with you. But like, yeah, just holler at me and like we'll go play.
Well, you heard it. If you want to play golf with Main Event Bradley, hit him
I
up.
could probably even get Big Time Briar to come along, depending on who you are.
Big time, Briar. Oh, I love that. I love that.
See,
Well,
that was going
Brad,
to be
man.
the thing. Let me just a little thing here before he quit wrestling. That was going to be the thing. It was going to be Main Event Bradley and Big Time Briar, the Skimmerhorns. That was going to be our thing. And we were going to
I
be
like
wearing
that.
gold chains and looking all like douchebaggy.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that at
Because
all.
to me, if I think somebody looks like a douchebag, that's what I want to try and look like. Because like if I think they look douchey, then you're probably a douche. So me as a heel, I want to be that. I want to be that douchebag that when you see me, you're like, this guy's a cocksucker. Fuck him.
Oh Lord.
And I think I do a pretty good job at that. When people like,
Yeah. You You definitely you definitely portray the part. We'll
And
leave it at that. So.
and then even like, main event Bradley is just me turned up to 10, but like me in real life, I'm cool as fuck. And if you don't think so, then you're the one who's not cool, I think. Because like, there's way more people that like me than there is people that don't. And if you don't like me, what's up, Mama Money?
Now you got main event money, and we just look awkward.
Hey, tell CJ to go to bed.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, those main event money segments are some of my favorite segments. I absolutely love them, man. I absolutely love them.
Thanks. Yeah, CJ better start winning some matches before I have his mama bust his ass with a belt. She should have done it a long time ago, or we wouldn't be losing like we do. It's CJ's fault.
Oh.
If you don't believe me, go watch our most recent tag match where we wrestled CJ Blaine and Colton Cage. He hit the double splash. CJ Blaine did. I kicked out. CJ's the one who didn't kick out.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, CJ Money.
Well, Brad, man, I appreciate you coming on tonight, dude. Been real fun talking with you. But we are going to cut this off. I usually try to keep it to about an hour, and that's where we're hitting right at an hour.
Cool.
Anybody that if you're a wrestler and what the hell? You're not my dad, Aiden Wright.
I'm your stepdad. Get it right, bro. So before we log off, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. You can add me on Facebook. I might accept you. I don't know, but follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's Main Event Bradley. You'll find me. Follow
Awesome,
David.
awesome.
Don't follow my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to follow us, we've got SDU Networks on Facebook and on YouTube. There's also Draven Morrow's Monster Adventures on YouTube. There's a
Love that channel, by the way.
I try. We try to have fun, mix wrestling with fun stuff as well, and as well as this.
I enjoy it.
Thank y'all for watching. Make sure, subscribe, share it, all that, the normal routine stuff that people ask when they get ready to finish up a video. But Brad, thank you again, and we are going to cut out of here.
Look, if you don't subscribe, I'm going to beat your ass.